Okay, so it looks like it's very bad news for Diddy, guys. Him and his team have blown it completely. I feel like his lawyers sold Diddy a fake story. Have done all of these press interviews about the Trump admin basically going to pardon Diddy, etc., and all of it, guys, has completely backfired on Diddy in the past 24 hours. And now Deadline have come out with an exclusive report on this conversation of Diddy and have basically stated that now this whole freedom that he was about to receive this later week is not happening. It's a no-go. It's not going anywhere. And the reason why Deadline are reporting this is because Diddy and his own lawyers ruined this for him by exhausting this media kind of plan of doing all of these press interviews and conversations and, TMZ jumping in and ruining it as well, that it caused a huge frenzy and that it isn't going to happen because of the predicted backlash that Trump would face from freeing Diddy, and therefore all of this is about to be prevented. That fear of, predicted backlash wasn't there as much initially when Diddy was fighting for this, clemency and fighting for this freedom, because Diddy and his lawyers, mainly his lawyers, sold Diddy a fake story and were exhausting their media kind of tactics and interviews. It just caused a big conversation that didn't need to happen. So, the likeliness of them basically freeing Diddy would have been much better had he tried to lay low when it came to this conversation, because Trump himself even had a conversation about, Puff Daddy has asked me XYZ, so what do you need to do or say if you just gotta hope? Hey, new exclusive report coming out by Deadline, and it ain't looking good for Diddy. This is very bad news for the man, and I know that he's, pissed. Exclusive. It seems Donald Trump won't be surprising Sean Combs out of prison anytime soon. Deadline confirms. After months of consideration of a pardon for his old New York party pal, the former Apprentice host has pretty much nixed any notion of a commutation or get-out-of-jail card for Diddy. We've learned whilst nothing is ever set in stone in Trump land besides grievance, it looks like POTUS has decided not to do Combs, who was sentenced to 4 years, any presidential favorites. A TMZ story late Monday citing a high-ranking White House official claiming the president could free the Magnafalo and Tenny Garagos rep divvy in the next few days got a swift zero-truth response from the admin. However, despite the backlash generated by that story from the Fox Corporation-owned outlet, it was actually White House fears of Trump's increasingly volatile MAGA base turning on him over Did heeding clemency that put the brakes on things we are hearing. A big source is the reaction from the MAGA base, something that one source close to the White House predicted will be catastrophic, comparing it to the discontent of a number of supporters over the way the Epstein case was handled, let alone gain. The caveat is the president prone to make surprise choices and announcements could shift in favor of Diddy's clemency. The president, not anonymous sources, is the final decider, a White House official said in response to TMZ. Various figures like 50 Cent and Megyn P. and Megyn Kelly all are arguing against Trump giving Diddy a pardon. Why put the case in POTUS? Crosshairs as Deadline has previously reported. Judge Aaron was a Joe Biden appointee and the lead prosecutor of the U.S. Attorney's office was Moran. Comey all brought in and, favored by Biden. There was a lot here in the Combs FA case to favor him, to draw Trump and appeal to his love of revenge and giving the middle finger to those he feel wronged. There was so much in Diddy's favor here, but it was always going to be a long shot if he would grant the pardon or not. And the way Diddy's was basically moving, and this renewed sense of urgency emerged for a possible Diddy pardon. And the deadline for a legal appeal for Once Simul was recently launched via Diddy over the past couple of days as well. Perhaps ever more potent for the Trump White House was the publication Tuesday of an alleged Jeffrey Epstein and Prince Andrew victim Virginia Jumpy's matched memoir, Nobody's Girl, a memoir of surviving abuse and fighting for justice book. Sources tell us worries about what the book from former employee would say about Trump, and Epstein has also impacted everything going on, as well as the fact that Prince Andrew is being brutally exposed over here in the United Kingdom. As for Sean Combs, along with the announced appeal, the All About the Benjamins performer is seeking to be moved to Acacia prison for his sentence. However, no choice has even been made on that by Judge Aaron, and it's been a while since Diddy's lawyers have fought for him to be moved to a different prison. So why hasn't he gotten that yet? Because it took place, I believe, on the 8th of October. So there you have it, guys. Deadline now reporting that this isn't happening because of all of this urgency that Diddy and his lawyers were using. The TMZ report confirming that Diddy was going to be released this week ruined everything for him. Ruined it for him. Why would TMZ exclusively want to report this article the same week that Virginia Duffrey is releasing her book? And also in the same week where, if you guys don't know, a big royal scandal was happening here where Prince Andrew and his wife Sarah Ferguson are both being brutally exposed, with emails basically being leaked showing their relationship with this man Epstein and for the fact that they basically can't use their royal titles anymore and that Prince William is set to ban them from the coronation. All of that is happening in this week that is related to Trump because Andrew, Epstein, Trump, they're all in this kind of circle. So therefore, Trump in the same week pardoning and freeing Diddy is going to lead to swift backlash from his own crowd of people. He doesn't want that. Trump would only pardon Diddy if it benefits Trump, and it doesn't. And so therefore, the MAGA backlash is going to be even more huge now, especially because of the Andrew stuff going on. And also, the Virginia book basically being released this week as well. It's just the worst thing. But Diddy's lawyers, set him up to fail in this conversation. They messed things up for him by exhausting media processes, exhausting media platforms and TMZ as well, exhausting their exclusive stories all to build this sense of emergency or to build this atmosphere that this man is getting out. This man is getting out. This man is getting out. All of that at the same time parallels and incites and inflames MAGA backlash and MAGA opinions on Trump. Trump wants to please his people so that he can remain in office and everything is okay. So those reports via TMZ and D's lawyers actually made things worse for this man and set him up in a position where now it's been confirmed by a deadline that this man is definitely not getting released and any kind of pardon that's happening this week has basically been cut officially. Outside of that, early on this month, we're nearly at the end of October. Outside of that, at the early point of this month, Diddy's lawyers were fighting for him to be moved to Fort Dix, to be moved to New Jersey. Nothing has been confirmed yet, and it's basically been a month since then. So whilst he's put in these applications to move prison, the man is still at the MDC. He doesn't want to be at the MDC, but he's still at the damn MDC. So that in itself isn't good for New as well. It's only getting worse for this man. Only getting worse for this man. All of this has happened in 48 hours. Nobody asked TMZ to come out with this exclusive report. You messed things up for your bro and you couldn't just shut your mouth and said you want to damage your credibility. Who asked for Donaldson to go on CNN? Who asked for Nicole Smallin to go on CNN? Do you remember those interviews about you conversing with Trump's people and White House officials and etc.? You're begging it. Do you understand? And the more that you beg it, the more they're going to be pissed off with you. You should have kept your mouth shut, all of you. And when Trump wanted to speak about Diddy, that then he could speak about Diddy, which he did on his own terms. That in itself would have just helped Diddy anyways. You lot doing these media interviews and Timsy coming up with these exclusive reports, you messed things up so much that now it's been confirmed that this man ain't getting out this week. There could have been a chance for this man to get out this week. Do you understand? There could have been a chance, but that's not happening anymore. It's not happening anymore. It's not happening anymore. And we know the appeal is going to be denied anyways when that appeal comes out. And you still haven't had your application submitted and accepted. Sorry. For you to be going to the Fort Dix, that's still been denied too. So crazy. This report from Deadline really wraps everything up in a good conversation. I'm going to link this in the bio below so that you guys can read this conversation. But it really wraps everything up together because it's a very good article. Whoever wrote this, Dominic Patton and Ted Johnson, whoever you guys are, this is a good article because it does they come with their sources that this isn't happening. Then they talk about the fact that there's manga backlash. Then they talk about the fact that the Virginia book coming out and Prince Andrew being exposed with his wife again with new emails in the UK, all happening at the same time, incites even more mega backlash, therefore doesn't, support, Trump doing this and therefore it's not happening. Then to round it off, Diddy wanted to move prisons anyways and that clearly isn't happening anyway. Either Judge Arun said we want you in, a prison closer to the New York metropolitan area, but still didn't even suggest other New York prisons and basically said, you ain't going to New Jersey, Fort Dix. And whilst that's happening, and whilst you're waiting, which has nearly been a month, now you're actually still at the MDC. And prior to this exclusive report for TMZ, you then filed this appeal. That man is pissed, has angry, has panicking, has frustrated, and that's what these reports tell me. Deadline has come in to solve all of this. Guys, everybody that man is not being pardoned this week. It's not happening. Wrap this conversation up. It's not happening. I'm so sorry, Uncle Diddy. It ain't happening. And you know what's so funny about this conversation? Because nobody asked him to come into the conversation, but, he has, and he basically has come in to confirm this. And I just find it to be so funny. To Tony Busby tweets Diddy ain't getting a pardon, but he is getting a lot of civil trials, lots of them, and they can't come soon enough. So that tweet again is just more bad news for Diddy, because this basically confirms that you're facing new civil trials. A new wave is coming your way with new allegations. And I think that what Busby done here is that at the end of the day, guys, he is playing chess and checkmate, where he waited to drop those civil lawsuits prior to the sentencing, but also after as well. He wanted to wait and play these civil lawsuits and drop them. The timing of where he drops the lawsuits to me is interesting. Do you understand? And Busby is somebody who does have close relations with the Trump admin as well. Busby is also now posting pictures with Trump, basically saying, and then puts out a tweet saying that Diddy ain't getting no damn pardon. Crazy checkmate. Do you understand checkmate? One thing about Busby, that man is going to make sure that Diddy stays in prison. Only. And then there's a new wave of civil trials coming your way. This is crazy to me. And you know what pisses me off about this whole situation? The criminal trial with Diddy has been done. We shouldn't even need to be reporting on this anymore. It should have been a wrap when the sentencing was done. Yeah, cool. An appeal is a story. But after the sentencing were done and Diddy was given the 4 years, that after that, this conversation with Diddy is a wrap. But here we are still talking about Diddy because his own team, his own lawyers, even TMZ, his own people are all coming up with stories to make him look bad, inadvertently to make him look bad, therefore giving everybody more space to drag this man. And where is Diddy right now? Rotting away the MDC. Nobody asked. Simply to come out with this exclusive information talking about he's coming out this week. That a high-ranking White House official saying that he's coming out this week. Nobody asked you to do that. You're setting your boy up to fall, bro. You're setting your boy up to be talked about again more and to create a sense of urgency in a negative position for himself. Anyways, let me know your thoughts, guys. When it comes to this video, do subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. I actually had other Diddy stories to add to this video because there's more, lawsuits and stuff to go through, but I'm going to have to get through that in a separate video because we're already 12 minutes in, and I like to keep my videos at least 15 minutes at the max because I produce and drop a lot of videos a day. So I don't want to overdo it for you guys, but do subscribe to the channel. It's just one click, I would appreciate it. That's all you guys have to do. It goes a long way. Subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, join Murad Nation, become a Murada, send a tip. It goes a long way. I would appreciate it, please. At the $sign there, you can click on it and send whatever you want. I get notified whenever you guys do. And I really do appreciate when I see them, and I'll catch you guys soon for another.